How's it going, everybody out there in YouTube land? Well, 2021 is nearing its end. We're in September now. We've only got a couple of months left till this year is over. And so far, 2021 has been a really mixed bag. It's been the best year for gaming and the worst year for gamers, all rolled in one. So let's talk tech gaming style. Did you just build yourself a brand new PC? Or did you just upgrade your old PC but find you're in need of a Windows 10 key? If that's the case, your CD key has you covered. And buying, it's never been easier. All you do is go to your CD key website, find the Windows software that you want to buy, put it into your cart, enter the code TOT20, apply the code, save yourself some extra money, and as soon as you complete your purchase, the Windows 10 key will be in your inbox. There's no problems, it's really easy, and all keys are guaranteed to work, so you don't have to worry about losing your money, and you'll have a valid Windows 10 key to get your unit up and running. Alright, so before we jump into the video, I would ask a kindness of you people out there. Could you please like and share my video on social media? And if you like my style, please subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so that you know I'm making videos. So like I said, 2021 has been a really mixed bag. For PC gaming, it's probably been one of the biggest years of all time, because let's just face it, everybody's been stuck at home, and the good part is that at the beginning of 2021, you already had a nice gaming system. You were set because you were at home and you could game all you wanted. And plus, this year has seen the biggest sales in computer components, monitors, games, everything. So anybody who sells these type of products had a great year. So if you're somebody who works in the industry or whatever, you know what I'm talking about. Things have just been selling like hotcakes off of the shelves. It doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter if it's monitors, it's cases, it's peripherals. Everything has just been selling like hotcakes, and games have been selling like hotcakes as well. Steam in general has had more users online than ever before. So if you're somebody who's gaming and at the beginning of the pandemic you already had your gaming system, you were set and you could game with all kinds of people around the world. There were more people online, and just all in all, it's been great for those people and great for people selling stuff. The thing is though, is that along with that comes some other crazy stuff. Getting into PC gaming now has become even harder than it's ever been before, and it doesn't really seem like the weather is getting any less cloudy. Video cards, none of them are ever in stock. Soon as they come out, they're gone. So anybody who was really trying to, buy a gaming card was kind of screwed. Now, on the other hand of that, people who were selling pre-built computers had more sales than ever before. So there's like really two sides to this coin. On one side, it's been a great year for PC gaming, but on the other side, for PC gamers, it's been more and more difficult as time goes by to actually get into a system unless you buy a complete pre-built from somebody. Now, there's all kinds of reasons why video cards haven't been in stock. We know that the mining craze has been going on. We know that there's been scalping. And let's just face it, with everybody at home, think about this, the whole world, the entire world around the entire planet Earth. If you were looking down from space, looking down, the entire planet, every gamer who was trying to get into gaming was trying to buy a graphics card. Okay, so that alone, just that alone, and let's just forget about all the other BS that surrounds it. Let's forget about scalping, let's forget about mining. Let's just talk about how many people in the world were actually trying to buy a video card. That alone would make the shelves just dry up super fast. I mean, let's face it, let's just put PC gaming cards like water on a table, and then the gaming community is a sponge. As soon as that water gets touched with the sponge just instantly fills up with that water. meaning that there's no stock on anything. And we've even seen the same type of stuff happening, happening, with peripherals. With a lot of the people in the Asian market not working like they were before. We're seeing shortages in capacitors, we're seeing shortages in hardware. I mean, you can even see it in your local grocery store. You'll notice that a lot of stuff that you're going to isn't in stock. So this has affected actually even more than the PC gaming community and PC gamers. Plus, with this new California coalition bullcrap, where they're actually, making it so that if you don't buy a certain system with certain requirements, you are not going to be able to buy a system and get it delivered to like 5 states. And I think it's even more now. I think Colorado jumped on board too. Why? I have no idea. But now they've got these other people that are trying to limit what you can buy as a PC gamer. And all this stuff is really ridiculous. It really, really is. You should be able to go out and buy a video card. But since there's only so many fabs and so many cards that can be made, the market just wants more than what they're able to make. So the demand outweighs the ability for companies to actually make and manufacture these cards. Let's just face it, there is a limitation, like I said before, limitation on parts, capacitors, and all these things. Those affect these fabs from making these cards and getting them out to you, the gamers who really want them. So it's really kind of crazy. Now, I think that in 2022, I think that we're going to see things a little bit differently. Now, hopefully, I know this isn't really tech, but hopefully we're going to see this pandemic slow down. Although with the new variant that's coming out with it, it seems like a lot of people are starting to get sick again, and a lot of people are fighting getting vaccinated, which I'm not really sure why, because even when you're a kid going to school, you still got to get vaccinated. So I don't know what the big deal about getting vaccinated is. I did it. I just think it's safer. It's better to get sick and not die than to get sick and die. True? I mean, I think we can all agree upon that. But there's also some good news. So check this out. In Stockholm, Sweden, on November 27th, the biggest and most largest gaming community is being built. 7 stories dedicated to all types of different things that have to do with PC gaming. We're talking about developers, we're talking about artists, engineers, and check this out. 400 dedicated gaming systems with almost every game you can imagine being available to play. This is a huge investment, and personally, I think it's kind of a huge risk, but also really, honestly, you gotta admit these Swedes have giant balls. I mean, they just do. Because even in the midst of what's going on, they're just saying, hey, you know what? We're gonna go forward with this. So on November 27th, you guys should be checking this out. I'll have a link down below where you guys can check out more information, but it's called Space. It's a kind of a cool name. And I just think it's totally killer that they're gonna have a place where gamers can get together like never before. I mean, let's just face it, every day there will be the biggest LAN party that ever happened. Every day people will be in there. And you know how this will lead. This will lead to teams, to groups, to all kinds of people getting together. I just think that's totally awesome. The gaming community is pretty cool. People in the gaming community, some people are jerks, they make their rude comments online, they talk all kinds of smack, but that's just part of the game. But gamers in general, they're a cool bunch of people. And for them to be able to get together in this giant building and also have development, artists, and everything in the same building where they can actually interact with gaming, think about this. So there's a company, I'm just using this as just throwing it out there as an idea. There's a new gaming company. They are developing a new game. They're having some issues with the game. All the beta testers that they need are right there in their own building. Plus, they can get direct access to all of these gamers to ask, hey, what do you think about the game? Are there some changes you'd like to see? Would you like to see this? Would you like to see that? I mean, honestly, it is one killer frickin' idea. And I think that if it works out, it's going to be, I think I was looking for the first stone in other people doing things like this. I mean, we know New York and California and probably Texas probably have the most people in them, So just picture if there was a place in New York, California, Texas, we know the smaller states probably aren't going to do this, but who knows, but would have the same type of thing going on. So basically, you'd have a gaming community on the constant, working with the gaming companies, developing games, and bringing them to the table. And you guys know, games lately, I think in a lot of ways, have become stagnant. Yeah, there are some cool games. So we saw also Cyberpunk, you know. I thought that was a pretty disappointing game. I was really looking forward to it for a long time. I'm a big fan of GTA 5, so I was like, woo, a game that's like GTA 5, but also like other games combined. And then the game came out and I was just like, yeah, right? You guys know what I'm talking about. So games need to have gamers directly involved with them so that they can know what the gaming community wants in future gaming. I mean, there are so many just first-person shooters, it's ridiculous. Now, me personally, I like a game, or I'd like to see a game, that combines many different elements in the game. I'd like to see a game that's not only a first-person shooter, I'd like to see a game that's like a puzzle game where you go and figure things out, discover things, build your character. I mean, with a lot of the first-person shooters, it's just, you just walk around and you shoot people. I mean, how long has that been going on? Really? That type of game has been going on almost since the beginning with Doom. Same thing. And the thing that's really worse about games is that single-player games have seemed to gone out the window. So stories behind games have gotten really weak. You have a weak storyline a lot of the times, and then all of a sudden you're just out there shooting people. Now, Far Cry has been a game that I've really liked playing as well because Far Cry at least does have a story. It gets crazier and crazier and crazier and crazier as things go along, but I like it, because you can repel, you can do things, you find things, you build your character. I like a game like that. There are other games that are like that are out there that are similar, but those are the type of games that I feel are the best. And recently, it seems like it's just rehash after rehash of the same old thing over and over and over again. I mean, what do you get? You get a different name gun. A gun does something different. Instead of being electrical, it's a storm, it's this, it's that. But it's still the same thing. It's just a shooter. And there are so many of them on the market now, it's crazy. And you guys know a lot of these games are just becoming free. Why is that? Well, because who wants to pay for the same game when you can get the free game? And CSGO really has been one of my all-time favorites for just going around shooting stuff, and it still has like a huge, huge player base. So we need new blood, new ideas to totally invigorate the games. And with that comes, guess what? A more enlightened gaming community and a more enlightened gaming developers company, which at the end of the day does nothing but benefit everybody who's involved in gaming. So yes, 2021 so far has been a mixed bag between the gamers, the gaming community, and parts that you can receive. Like I said, for people who are selling stuff, hey, a lot of stuff is just completely out of stock because it's getting sucked off the shelves super bad. Video card companies, how can AMD and NVIDIA complain when they're actually having all of their cards sold out within a couple of days of being on the shelf? Sometimes within a couple of hours of being on the shelf. For them, that's nothing but good news, right? I mean, when the 1080 Ti came out, 3 years almost after it was still been out of the market, there were still tons of stock. And then the pandemic hit and then all those cards got sold. I mean, so let's just face it, they are happy people. Now, Intel is also developing new cards that are supposed to be coming out with their new DG2 series. How those will actually pan out, I don't know. There are some people who've made some comments about it, saying that the engineers behind these cards aren't really the best people to be involved. But all we can do at this point is just keep our fingers crossed, keep up the hope, and pray that these new cards come out and put more blood into the gaming market so people can get video cards. And hopefully, eventually, there'll be some cards that are available on the market that can't be hacked or got into that'll actually not allow people to use them for mining. Now, I know that's a completely mixed bag with the audience as well, because some people are saying, hey, I should be able to mine, but then you've got a lot of other people saying, hey, miners should be shut down and all because they think they can't get a video card because of them. But they're only a part of the problem. There are many aspects to that stuff. Now, hopefully, like I said, in 2022, the pandemic will lighten up. We'll see a lot more people being able to get their hands on cards as people go back to work and stock becomes more available. So that's today's video. Like I said, 2021 has been the best and the worst year for the gaming community and for gamers. It's been a really mixed bag. Like usual, I'd love to hear your guys' comments down below. You guys are a great audience, like I've said, and your interaction really helps with things going on. Also, if you'd like to support my channel and keep me around, there are a couple ways you can do it. With a single dollar, that's right, a single dollar bill, you can support me on Patreon. I have a link down below. Also, if you've ever thought about trying Amazon Prime and you'd like to check out their movies and try their free shipping and all that stuff, I have a link down below as well. And like usual, Your CD Key is a place where you can buy all of your Windows keys, all of your Office keys, all of that stuff for a really great discount. I have those links as well. So peace out. I love you guys. We'll see you guys back here in September for more tech on Tech of Tomorrow.